Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Yimbo. Welcome to my channel. Yimbo reviews everything. And no, it is not Sunday. And no, it is not Yimbo buys everything. These are mornings with Yimbo, where I get to come in. There's my boy Danny, Toy Addict 17 in the house. Mornings with Yimbo, baby. Have some coffee, talk some toys, keep it short. Again, I'm like anybody that hops in, like Toy Addict 17, my boy Danny, I'm gonna shout you out. I'd love to chit chat. Otherwise, I'm just gonna do a straightforward toy review. It's just that this is easier for me to do. So let's rock and roll. Hey, Tuscan's in the house. And that's what I'm hoping, guys. That's what I'm hoping is that, you know, for you guys working, I'm starting back up September 1st as a teacher. So I'm trying to, do a couple more of these because, I'm just pretending that I get paid to talk about toys every day. So this is me pretending. So I'm very excited because the focal point of this, it was going to be one review, and shout out to my friend Josh, First Strike Figs. He has been dying for me. Well, I'm just joking, but he's been wanting to hear about the Inkblot figure. So that's coming. He's going to be the main event today. And this is so goofy because I'm so excited to stream about these figures that I have next to no interest in. It's insane. So quick story. We all know as toy collectors that the Eternals wave were peg warmers and that you could find them for $6 at Target. And man, I don't know. I'm kicking myself. So what I did before the movie came out, I bought Icarus and Kingo. So Icarus I have somewhere over there. He's not part of the Build-A-Figure, so whatever, Rob Stark. But this is Kingo. I love the actor. Silicon Valley is one of my favorite shows. And he was the best part. He was one of the best parts of the movie. But again, prior to seeing the movie, I just assumed I was gonna love it, just like I loved all MCU projects. So I bought Icarus and I bought Kingo. So they were my retail buys. And then the movie came out, and finally I got to see it on Disney Plus. And long story short, I didn't love it. And I don't really have any inspiration to shoot them. So I was definitely when I saw $6, peg warmers, not for me. Well, if you've been following along on my toy journey, I did end up getting the Eternals wave. I started slowly chipping away. Fastos was, if you can see this was at GameStop. This was they just had an awesome, was it buy one to give you 50%? Now they're doing 25% off clearance actively right now. But yeah, I got him for $4 Fastos. So that kind of set me down that path. Oh, I also had bought, these are all empty boxes here. Here we go. Cersei, Marvel Cersei. And I bought her because she was a $6 Target buy, because she does this whole celestial hunter thing with Thor in the comic storylines. So I figure, oh man, that'll be really cool. If I ever get super fired up, I'll have Cersei, or if they go in that direction in Love and Thunder, I'll have a Cersei to play with. So at least she was $6, right? All right, so the last of them, I needed the 4. And again, I've been visiting GameStops throughout the summer with my niece and nephew and just holding off. And finally, I guess I just finally broke with Fastos this weekend. I found Sprite, who is one of the harder goofballs to find. She is such an awful figure. Sorry. So this is not really going to be a review of the Eternals Legends, because I'm not even taking them out. To be perfectly honest, the movie doesn't excite me at all. I did pay the most for Makari and Druid. I just picked them up at GameStop for $10 each. And it was honestly just because, they're starting to go out of stock in different places. And eventually, as funny and as comical as it will always be to us that these were $6 figures, eventually they won't be. I mean, it just is going to be, when the accessibility is gone, that's when even dusty figures will, find a home somewhere. So I grabbed them. I'm not going to take them out. They're staying in here. The main reason I bought these was for Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh was the Build-A-Figure. He was literally the only figure I wanted in this set. I spent last night and then part of this morning, I had to open up all of my tubs to find the one box, this one, Kingo's box, so I can get his Build-A-Figure piece. Ridiculous. All right, but that's what I want to build. These figures, let me just tell you. So Kingo I had open, he's been fine, but the skirt stinks. Like, it's a harder rubber, so it will move, but like it's incredibly restricting on the legs, just to give you that heads up. But I really like this torso. This was all very, very smooth. And you did get all the pinless tech on there. So like the figures look nice. And the head sculpts, I mean, this is Camille, right? Camille Nanjiani. Just so good. So good. So, I mean, like, sculpt great, but articulation because of these skirts. And Cersei, when I took her out, just a very, like, loose, like, not like it's going to shake down, but super loose and single jointed elbows, again, for the females. And her skirt's really tough. She can't really do anything. So, I was never crazy about this movie, this figure, but Gilgamesh was awesome. So if you were with me, if you're watching, who's it? All right, so who's Green Geeks in the house? What's going on, my dude? Do a custom of his character in Obi-Wan. Ooh, that is a good idea. I have seen interesting thoughts of taking these and doing stuff with them. Kit bashes, customizing. So that's kind of going to be like, I can't sell them because people that would buy them know that they're like $6 right now, or 6 to 10. So like, I can't sell them. I'm literally cracking these open so I can get Gilgamesh and then go from there. So let's build Gilgamesh. All right. So here's the arm that came with Kingo. This is the left arm. This came out of sprites. You know, like the little tiny figures always get the, the big torso piece. Here's a couple little hands. This looks like Cersei. So there's a leg from Cersei. I love Build-A-Figures. I really do. They're so much fun. Let's see. And this is interesting because, like, typically Build-A-Figures obviously are like these massive big daddies. So this is kind of cool seeing like a normal size legend being put together. It's kind of cool. All right, here's the arm from Makari. So that's so funny, man. Gilgamesh, I'm happy. I'm going to have this team up. I don't even want to display them, but I probably will. It's a complete team, so I'll display them as a team. But Gilgamesh is the guy that I actually want to shoot. I don't even have Athena. I didn't even bother getting Athena or Selma Hayek. I just decided, like, I just stuck with Icarus was the only non-Build-A-Figure. I don't need all of the Eternals. Like, ugh. All right, we're almost there. We're almost there. 2 arms and a leg. Fastest has the other leg. Pop this bad boy on. Takes a little bit of, at least I'm not sweating yet. There we go. I know I've struggled with the legs of Build-A-Figures. I'm not going to lie. It's the skirt, again, giving me a hard time because it has no give whatsoever. There we go. It has no give, so that was just a little struggle. But here we go. Oh, I'm so excited. This is the one Eternal I wanted. This is the one. So silly. All right, and Druig has his head. So here we go. So ultimately, Yimbo would not recommend this unless you can get them dirt cheap. And if your goal was Gilgamesh, like that has to be your goal. Your goal has to be like, I'm paying. I probably spent around $40. No, I spent $40 on Kruig and Icarus alone. But what is it? Normally, like a Build-A-Figure would be around, $120-ish. So I definitely got him for half off or whatever. So I'm excited. And here he is in his completed form. That head sculpt is on point. He's got the really great torso crunch. I love, like that retro body top piece. I really like when they do that. Arms feel good, pinless joints, so everything's nice and buttery smooth. No fighting to get the double jointed elbows going. And let's see. Ooh, he can get some kicks. So he has the best skirt of the group because you can see he has a lot of leg clearance. So that's great. So for my fan, like he's cool, man. I'm excited. He's very fluid. I have goosebumps. Goosebump alert. There they are. Have you ever opened a figure and just known that it was going to be dusty. Like it was gonna be like, I feel like I used to buy figures like arcade and like my Jeff Goldblum, and I would tell myself I'd shoot it, but this is straight up like I opened up a wave of toys that are gonna collect dust, except for Gilgamesh. Ah, he's so cool. He's great. Now let's get, there he is one more time. Boom. So I don't even need the Angelina Jolie character. I thought her Athena was not great. I just thought he was the best. So I'm super pumped. He's going to be great to go up against the monsters. He'll be one of my defenders of Yimbonia. I'll have him hanging out with Kratos and just, I don't know, my little goofball mythical team. But Gilgamesh is great. So I'm super excited. It feels good. I love Build-A-Figures. I mean, I hate like spending money on a wave full price, especially on figures that I don't want just to complete a Build-A-Figure. But hey, getting one at a discount, that's fun, man. So I love it. That's fantastic. Let's check. We got some people in the chat. Let's do it, man. Hey, there's Josh. What's going on, dude? So Inkblot is up next. Woo, Ultron Unplugged. Good morning. What's my favorite Build-A-Figure? The one out of what I have. I mean, I just sold Zenmu. I just shipped him out yesterday. I still have my Dr. Jekyll because that was like my first ever. I bought this whole wave of Build-A-Figure, like they bought out the whole wave, and so I'm gonna keep him as like a sentimental thing. But other than that, I mean, I sold Armadillo too. Like as these guys get dusty on me, I really wanted the new Ultron. I wanted the What If Ultron, and I wanted Conchnu. And it just so turns out that I'm at a point where they're giving me too many figures in that wave, in both of those, that I don't want, that I'm not going to shoot. It's not that I didn't want them. So for instance, on Yimbo Buys Everything or Toy Daddies a couple weeks ago, I went over, like, I canceled Sharon Carter and Miss Marvel. Like, I have this Miss Marvel. She's from the Gamerverse. But Hasbro was super lazy. And honestly, that's supposed to be an MCU figure. I don't even feel like they really gave her a proper head scan, to be honest. Like, this looks very like a reuse, honestly. But without like cool accessories. At least her superpower in the comics, she can, enlarge and get big limbs and everything. But in the show, it's like the cosmic based powers. They didn't even give her like purple magical effects, which again is very, it's, they're chinsing out. They cheaped out on us. Mornings with Yimbo, baby. All right, so that is the Eternals. That's the last I'm going to say about the Eternals. I really like Gilgamesh. So if you were like me and like this was your goal, he's really great. He's awesome. Like, I'm already having fun. Like, you could already, like, here we go. Like, you could twist him into some good stuff. That's my whole thing with dynamic posing. That, like, when I talk about that, it's just to get that twist. There it is, Like, that's what you want to see. You want to get that down and like, he can do that. So I'm a big fan of this one. What else was a Build-A-Figure? The Captain America wings, which made sense until then. I got them, and they are bigger than the original, and I did a whole comparison like back when it came out. But even that turned out to be not like my favorite ultimately, because the wings, like, they're sitting in a tub too. Not that I don't want to shoot them. It's just like what they were. I guess they could have been bigger. The Vulture wings, I understand why that was a Build-A-Figure piece, because those Vulture wings are ridiculous. But when you compare the Sam Captain America wings to that, then you feel like, they could have just gave us that and then another Build-A-Figure. But I digress. Let's see. Collectible fun in the house. What's going on? The Venom Pool. I never got the Venom Pool. He was going to be the first like wave that I bought instead of the Mr. Jekyll. But it was not meant to be. I ended up getting the Miles and the Gwen, and then I ended up returning them. Like, I was like, I'm not going to get them all. And I didn't. But that Venom Pool is sick. First rank. Dude, hey, I got a full night's sleep. I'm not going to lie. I've been here listening. I know about sleep. I know I need sleep. But I heard about restorative sleep happening before 2 a.m. So I went to bed a little earlier last night to try to get some extra beneficial sleep. I woke up feeling good. So this all works out. Captain Falcon. Yep, there you go. Nobody. It also helps when you have 3-year-old toddlers in the house in the morning because they jump right in bed. They fire you up right away, man. So that's Green's Venom Pool. All right. Frank, what's going on, dude? So I was just saying, Frank, that the Gilgamesh Build-A-Figure, if you can get him on the cheap, this particular figure is amazing. The rest of the wave is very underwhelming. At least Kingo and Icarus came with like cool like superpower effects, but Druid, Fastos, Makari, Sprite, you can't pose them. They come with alt hands, no magic. Like, how do you do Druids anyway? You know, like it's a really hard power to put into toy photography. So yes, avoid the wave at all costs, which we've all been doing as a discount. This figure's great. So I do recommend Gilgamesh. And now, since we do have some people here, I love you guys. Thank you so much for popping in. Like I said, I'm just trying to, like, I'm not working. If you're working right now, you find you a way to kill, well, at this point, 16 minutes, and we'll keep going. So we'll kill what we kill for you, right? You know what I mean? Inkblot time. All right, so we've seen it. This is from 5K Toys. The second batch, I noticed went out of stock, I think. So I'm sorry if I'm doing this and now I get you all excited and then you can't find him. I guess I should have done this a couple of weeks ago when Josh, First Strike Figs first wanted me to. But here's the box. It's super cool because this is tiny. It shipped really fast. It comes in this little shipper box. I love it. When you open it up, it's basically it's a Mezco, but they packaged everything inside of here. The three levels of trays, 4 levels of trays, everything that came with him packaged so nicely. And I love Mezco boxes. Do not get me wrong. There is something magical and just, again, there's another goosebump. Thinking about opening a Mezco box. There is something very special and magical. So this is not that, but you can see how they could save a little space on their package. But I really like the whole Mezco thing. But this is really nice. Like this glossed card on the front. The artwork's awesome. So let's get right into them. I'm also going to throw out a little recommendation that over here, I buy these from a dollar store. And then for specific figures, so like Rumble Society people, as I've basically started running out of my accessories in my like tackle box and like bead accessories and there's some starting to run out of. So I've been doing this for like solo guys. So, it seems to keep me organized. So I like it, just so you know. All right, so here he is out of the box. God, this is the best. This is such a cool figure. So what could I show you here? So, guys have done, with me, I'm well aware that there have been reviewers, toy reviewers, and YouTubers doing this stuff for a lot longer. So they've already hit the main stuff. I'm just going to show you the highlights. So he can get his arms out. He has really nice, smooth joints. All right. You can get up to a little bit more than a Y there. But the best is he has 3 different, is it 3? Different head sculpts. Yes. So there's the first one. And it pops out. So he's got the long neck, like for those of you that have Mezco, like some of them, the old ones, like the Joker and the Punisher, the Netflix Punisher, have those long necks. So there's the first one. And then they just sit down in there, get the peg. I mean, you know how action figures work. So there's that one. And then I don't have a favorite. For the record, I want to have a favorite, but I don't, because they're all super awesome, and it's an Inkblot test. I mean, like, it's the Rorschach Inkblot test, so they're great. And then the head, this is one of the best, like, unmasked head sculpts that I own, by far, and I haven't shot it yet, and I need to, because, like, when I look at him, it's in the Mezco, if not better. It looks like a custom job. Like, I never bought any custom heads. I know the amazing work customizers do. I've seen the stuff. I've thought about it. I just haven't done it yet. This is as close to like what I would imagine a custom head to look like on a figure. So that one is it's something else. Look at the bruising and the cut. Like, see how even the blood is like has a gloss to it. It's incredible. So everything else about this figure is super cool. It's a wide. He's got the wired belt. So that belt, it's not meant to come open. Now, people have done it. I don't like to mess with my figures because if I don't think I can get it back into the original look, but I do know people have like taken out the scarf. You can make that dynamic. You can have that kind of billow. It's not wired, but you can do stuff. I personally am just too terrified to like that I'm not going to be able to fold it back into the original. But I have seen people mess with that. But is this Velcro? Oh, that's Velcro. It can open. As you can see, I'm discovering it because this is how little I don't mess with my toys. So here we go. This is my first time like actually, flashing you with him. This is very cool. So yeah, there's the scarf, and it is not wire, just folds around. But I'm not gonna mess. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm not messing with it. So that folds back down. That's so cool. That's very cool. I didn't even realize, but I did know that like this is just supposed to be, itself. But yeah, so there's the wired. I love the belt. Keeps that nice. Again, great posing, great ability to pose for this figure. I thought it was going to be a little restrictive. But look at this. Look here. If I give you a little twisting punch action, right? Little twisting punch. I mean, it's not my best punch. There we go. But see that you can twist him around. That is some nice articulation. He's got the upper torso crunch, the ball. So you can mess him around. Now, obviously, he's restricted with clothing, with cloth and fabric, but that's just to be expected. But nothing that I can't do. I can do everything I would want with this figure. Now, that's just the head sculpt stuff. Obviously, comes with a hat. The hat does not fit on. The hat doesn't fit on here, like at all. The hair, it's like it's not meant to do that. But the hat fits great on the head sculpts on the masked versions. Sits right on there. Bloop. And it's cool too because again, it gives a different vibe by how you sit it on the head, so you can get a little bit more attitude or expressions. It's very neat. All right, now as for accessories, he has his grappling gun here, and this is all beautifully painted. This actually has a two-parter, so this plugs out. It's got this unique port look to it, like it's you have to have it the set way. This version has a hole that you can plug in the metal wire to shoot the grappling hook. Bloop. It's so cool. Now, let's see, angle it up a little bit. There we go. But yeah, it's fantastic. And it's not the first time I've seen this. I have like my Mafex Hush Batman. That was the first time I was blown away. It has the straight, like because Batman's is like a laser beam. And what's great too is it comes with a much longer one. So like see that, double the size or triple the size. It's awesome. So I can get a much larger one too. And then it also has a replacement. So that this whole piece can come out, all that. And then you have just the non-grapple, like that's with it all ready to rock and roll. So if you just want it in his hands, that's the grapple hook right there, all contracted. Super cool. And then he comes with this awesome butcher blade, butcher knife with paint, blood speckled on it. And it even has like the silver on the handle. I'm sorry, I'm trying to show you this, very tiny. But it has the silver on like all the way around the wooden handle, like a real butcher blade would. It's so neat that the silver goes all the way down through the handle, like the wood handle was, affixed onto it. Super cool. And then he has the hairspray for men. Bloop. And my favorite, the lighter. Look at that. It's so cool. I have to use this more often. I've not even just with Rorschach, just in general. This is like a sick accessory. Comes with Rorschach's journal. Hard to see, but as you can see, it is all one piece. It's not like a separate book. So this is all painted and all one piece, but it has the painted like rubber band strap around it. And it says journal 1984-85. Super cool. Let's see if I can get that in focus a little bit. There we go. These are so neat. And then my final two, and these are even smaller. The accessories keep getting smaller and smaller on me. It comes with the pin, the Watchman face with the blood drop. Oh, that's not how. There we go. Oh, I just got it at the end. And it actually has a button sculpt on the back, like the pin on it. But you have to be careful. This is just a sticker on this. I have heard that. So I've just been very careful. I'm just going to use it for, a quick. I honestly want to do a portrait of the head holding the button, just so this way I can finally capture that head sculpt. But you got to watch out for that. And he also comes with a rose, a little beautiful, highly detailed, intricate. I am super impressed. So those are all the big things. Now, I'm going to just recommend that, because he went into much more detail with it. In the Whoosh Robo review of this figure, he goes into the hands. I will say that is where you notice that is a third party, that Mezco has a better version. I'm not saying like my boy Tuscan Traders had an Atticus Doom peg break on them. They are not immune, but quality wise, that's, like I feel a little bit more confident swapping hands. This makes it very tough. And I'm not going to, and like I said, Robo has a much better, like it's in 4K, and he can show you, because he even shows you how to fix it. But you see that, there it is. It pops off. It's one of those where there's a peg out this way and a peg out this way, and they spush together. But it's very easy when you're pulling off a hand that this pops off that peg. So the only thing that means is that you're then going to have to heat up this and like pop the whole thing, like put it together and push it back in. It's all doable. It gave me 30 seconds of like, what did I do? I just broke this new figure, but I didn't. But just be very careful. That's it. So now what I do, because the peg, if you, again, I'm trying to point some stuff out to you guys that I, just to save you. Not every hand, but a lot of them have it at an angle. So like some Mafex do that. Not my Sentinel so much, my Revel Tech, where the peg goes into the hand instead of it just straight in. Sorry. But yeah, like at a weird angle. So some of those hands do that. That's what you have to be careful about. So what I do to swap, because this is like a thing you have to think about, is I literally push down myself. I put my nail down on and squeeze the ball, the two pegs together. And then I kind of slowly peel. There we go. And see? So now you'll be able to actually see a little bit better what I was talking about. So here, let's show you this. So there's the ball peg. You see what I'm talking about? I hope in the chat. So yeah, so this will come off. But otherwise, I mean, like this is, for me to take an extra 10 seconds of care and attention in swapping a hands for this figure that is not a Mezco, that I was able to get for, $100, whatever it was, which again, nothing to sneeze at, but compared to, what I was able to receive for my money is awesome. Is really awesome. I've been scouring 5K toys a lot more now, looking for figures that I want. I kind of want that Top Gun Maverick figure, but the one thing I am going to do, and I've said this on Yimbo Buys Everything, I'm over pre-ordering stuff because I still have too many out. So I'm not waiting for pre-orders. I'm not spending money anymore. I'm checking 5K. And when when I remember to, and if there's something that I had been interested in when it comes in stock, that's when I'm going to buy it. If I miss it, then I miss it. But 5K ships so quickly, I just don't want to spend more money on something that I have to wait for. Because like I said, I mean, we all have a lot of money that we've spent on stuff that we haven't received yet. So that's all. That's where I'm thinking about it. That's how I'm doing. So I have to tell you once again. So here we go. Final reviews. I've said it a lot earlier. This is a fantastic Marvel Legends. Gilgamesh, like the pinless body. He feels smooth. I'm looking forward to playing with him. He also comes with swappable fists. That came with Makari. He's got one of his extra hands, or at least one fist. So super excited about Gilgamesh and the Filix toys, Inkblot. Like I said, if you can't, I hope you can still get him on 5K. I want to say he might be out of stock now. But this is a tremendous figure, and considering we have next to nothing in terms of 112 scale Watchmen figures, I mean, to me, this was a slam dunk. I almost bought the first time around, but it was the third party thing stopped me, and then so many people got it right away, and it was amazing. And then I ordered that second batch, so it's great. So Filix Toys gets a thumbs up. Remember, not everything on 5K. They're different toy manufacturers. But Filix, I would be comfortable buying another Filix Toys based on this. So there we go. I did a half hour. But I want to quickly check the chat. I was just kind of going off on my thoughts. So here we go. My apologies. Here we go. KJ Smith, what's going on? Good morning, my man. So yeah, Realm. So going back to Gilgamesh for sure. Marco's in the house. What's going on? And yes, Josh, we did it, man. I love them. And I know you love them too. I've seen your awesome shots. They're ridiculous. And there it is. See, you didn't need me to confirm that for you. You knew. It's amazing. And Ravison, use the same container. Dude, those things are great. It's like 5 things for $1. They're so good. Buckaroo Bandsize in the house. What's going on? Oh, this is so great. John Wick. Dude, you're John Wick. Oh, that Mezco one. I will say, that's what I mean. The articulation of this is really good. Like, there's the double jointed knees, but he has the double jointed elbows. So I know that with the John Wick, they didn't do it because of the suit, but like, that's the same amount of material. So they could have, but it was a different time, right? I guess future Mezco John Wicks will, the hair we'll definitely have it for sure. Yeah. Oh, see, that's so funny. I had no idea there's Velcro. When I saw people that had messed with the jackets, I was like, oh my God, that's too brave. I can't do that. Josh, thank you so much, dude. Like I said, I'm just here to, hopefully give you guys a smile, a laugh, or just something to do while you're at work. Santi, mornings, baby. Mornings with Yimbo, my man. Josh is in the house. This is awesome. So let's see. Did you see the new Mezco licensed DC figures? So Mezco licensed figures. I did not. And if they're licensed, that gives me even more hope, because remember that Filix Toys, that's an unlicensed. That doesn't necessarily make or break the quality of the figure. I don't know. I would like to think that when there is like the license attached to it, though, that they're going to be a little bit harder on maybe quality control, because they want to be protective of their IP. That's my only hope. So that would be awesome. Oh, and thank you. Yes. I haven't said it once today. So if you guys, if you've been enjoying the show today, if you can hit that like button, just to help push this out to the algorithm. Oh, my boy Will, what's going on, dude? Oh, it's been so long. I miss playing baseball with you, buddy. But that's it, everybody. So thank you guys so much. I want to keep these short. Otherwise, I could just sit here and rattle on for 2 hours. I mean, I could, but I should probably go do my other main job of parenthood. So thank you, everyone in the chat. If you're watching this replay, just as I always say, thank you so much for choosing to spend part of your life listening to me talk about toys. I hope this helped. Make some purchasing decisions for you, or things to avoid. I do want to do another one of these maybe tomorrow, potentially. I have these headless, but I got the Predator 2, the urban battle damage I want to talk about and shoot. I have a lot of stuff. But anyway, gentlemen, thank you so much. Group chat, thank you so much for coming in. that's going to be it. So have a wonderful rest of your day. I will be on later tonight for the YTG and B Pick Bar. So the YTG Pick Bar, make sure you sub over there and give us a follow and all of that fun stuff. And, you can find me on Instagram. Yimbo reviews everything. That is my main, fastest way of hearing from me, is getting back to me, or, getting to me on there. And that's about it. So we'll be popping up live, I think, tomorrow. I'll do another one. We'll see. All right. So let me know, everybody. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Bye. Boop, and that.